我是阿婉，今天是2025年11月13日。哎呀14这些东西好绕口啊。谢谢你听我的。然后在开始爱泼斯坦新邮件曝光称特朗普知道那些女孩的话题开始之际，就是回顾一下前几天的新闻，就是安德鲁王子，就是他是因为就是说他被卷入了就是同样的爱泼斯坦事件，然后尤其是他还受到说来自受害者的指控，就是吉尼亚朱弗雷的指控，所以说他就被王室就是全面剥夺了公职与王室职责，然后现在就是也剥夺了他王子的称号。那相比之下，就是特朗普其实也一直在牵扯其中，可是人家还做成了总统，所以美国和英国这两个国家之间还是有不同的吧。就是说众议院新邮件曝光的内容，就是说众议院民主党人就是发布了三封从爱因斯坦遗产中调取的邮件。邮件中爱泼斯坦声称特朗普曾和他的一名受害者一起在他家待了几个小时，然后特朗普当然知道那些女孩的事，因为他让吉斯莱恩别再这么做了。然后其实我好像从另外一个网络上看到说，那个爱泼斯坦还说，特朗普这个人有多烂，我是知道的。所以说，民主党认为这些内容显示爱泼斯坦相信特朗普对其性侵行为的知情程度远超特朗普公开承认的范围。那特朗普是一再强调自己既未参与也不知情爱泼斯坦的性交易网络。那爱泼斯坦就是2019年在联邦监狱自杀身亡，然后他和特朗普和爱泼斯坦曾是朋友。那爱泼斯坦是一个金融家、投资家，所以说，特朗普称爱泼斯坦是怪人，那还说自己把他赶出海湖庄园的一个俱乐部。与此同时，就是说，白宫的发言人抨击说，这些选择性的披露的邮件是对总统的抹黑，强调受害者弗吉尼亚朱弗雷曾公开表示，他没有见过特朗普在爱泼斯坦家中性侵未成年人。那这些邮件也点燃了国会对特朗普政府的处理爱泼斯坦档案的争议。司法部此前要求全面公开调查材料，但后来又反悔，这在共和党内部也引起分歧，让部分右翼支持者不满。目前两党一人推动一项要求司法部公开调查材料的议案，已拿到足够的支持，预计数周内表决。那特朗普是正在积极的游说和阻止。民主党从上万页的材料中挑出这三封与特朗普相关的一些邮件，称他们让人质疑白宫是否存在隐瞒与特朗普有关的内容。共和党则一次性公开其余文件，指责民主党断章取义，制造标题党，同时点名邮件中未具名受害者是今年4月自杀的弗吉尼亚朱弗雷，并强调他成为特朗普的不在场性质的一个澄清。邮件具体细节透露的关系图景，就是说2011年爱泼斯坦在写给马克斯韦尔的邮件里称特朗普是那条没有叫的狗，暗示特朗普和一名受害者在他家待了几个小时，从未被提起。2015年他与作家迈克尔沃尔夫讨论媒体是否会在共和党初辩中问特朗普与他的关系，以及如何利用特朗普的未来的公开表态作为公关和政治筹码。2019年 他在给沃尔夫的邮件中写道，特朗普知道那些女孩，并否认自己曾是海湖庄园的会员。这些邮件并不是施法而论，而是爱泼斯坦本人的说法和他与马克斯韦尔、沃尔夫等人的私下通信。他们为外界提供了更多关于特朗普与爱泼斯坦的线索，也围绕爱泼斯坦文件的信息公开是否政治操弄之间的激烈的党争。那其实从爱泼斯坦的这件事情上来看的话，就是说，我觉得吧，我也不知道美国怎么了，而且他们好厉害，他们能捂这么多年啊，从2019年就开始在发酵了，或还是更早，到现在都2025年了，6年间的材料的披露还在走相关的程序，眼看是要达成说材料披露的一个决定了。但这特朗普现在是贵为总统，他又积极游说就意味着他是肯定是上各种手段吧。那我就觉得，那你说美国所谓的司法公正和独立到底在哪？我完全没有看到。就是，而且有的人肯定也会说啊，烂，全球都这么烂啊。可是美国曾经作为一个民主灯台，看看他们就是，而且有一个说法叫，就比如说，大家对烂人和对好人的标准是不同的。就比如说是特朗普的话，你看，连他，比如说他的各种不好的行为，他们都会，或甚至是违法的行为，都会把它标为这只是道德上的。就比如说他的贪污啊，他的受腐啊，他的腐败现象啊等等。那川粉们就觉得，那也只是道德问题。但如果所以说就是很难，就是人心中的成见是一座大山，你也许会对一个很有权势的人特别宽容，但是你就没办法去包容那些可能挣扎在贫困线需要领食品救济金的普通人吧。这篇文章我用的是简述，所以说如果感兴趣的话，听一下英文全文吧。Epstein alleged in emails that Trump knew of his conduct. House Democrats on Wednesday released emails in which Jeffrey Epstein wrote that President Trump had spent hours at my home with one of Mr. Epstein's victims. Among other messages that suggested that the convicted sex offender believed Mr. Trump knew more about his abuse than he has acknowledged. Mr. Trump has emphatically denied any involvement in or knowledge of Mr. Epstein's sex trafficking operation. He has said that he and Mr. Epstein, the disgraced financier who died by suicide in federal prison in 2019, was once friendly but had a falling out. But Democrats on the House Oversight Committee said the emails, which they selected from thousands of pages of documents received by their panel, raised new questions about the relationship between the two men. In one of the messages, Mr. Epstein flatly asserted that Mr. Trump knew about the girls, many of whom were later found by investigators to have been underage. In another, Mr. Epstein pondered how to address questions from the news media about their relationship as Mr. Trump was becoming a national political figure. Committee Republicans on Wednesday released the rest of the newly obtained material. condemning Democrats for choosing cities that reference Mr. Trump. They also identified the unnamed victim mentioned in two of the emails as Virginia Giuffre, who died by suicide in April and has said that he has not witnessed Mr. Trump participating in the sex abuse of monitor at Mr. Epstein's home. In a statement, Caroline Levy, the White House press secretary, cited Ms. Giuffre's past remarks about Mr. Trump denouncing selectively released emails she said was meant to smear the president. The fact remains that President Trump kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his career decades ago for meaning creep to his female employees, including Giuffre. Ms. Libby said, "These stories are nothing more than bad faith efforts to discharge from President Trump's history of complicitness, and any American with common sense sees right through this hoax and clear distraction from the government opening back up again. The messages are certain to inflame to the debate on Capitol Hill over the Trump administration's handling of the Epstein files and top officials' decision to backtrack on a promise to fully release all its investigative material in the case. The issue, which has spilled Republicans and alienated some of the Mr. Trump's right-wing supporters, had faded to the background as the government shutdown dragged on. But the House returned on Wednesday to clear legislation to end the shutdown, and a turn quickly turned back to the Epstein matter, a bipartisan bid to build up a measure demanding that the Justice Department release all its investigative material in the case gathered enough supporters to force a vote within weeks. One night Mr. Trump was storming furiously to head off. These latest emails and correspondence raise galling questions about what else the White House is hiding and the nature of the relationship between Epstein and the president. Representative Robert Garcia of California, the top Democrat on the Oversight Committee, said in a statement, "The emails were turned over to the committee in response to a set of sub-forms Democrats effectively forced Republicans to issue for files related to Mr. Epstein. So far, the Justice Department has provided the panel with little that was not already public. Democrats and a few Republicans have been pressing for a far broader set of disclosures from the administration's Epstein investigation, a move that Mr. Trump and GOP leaders in Congress vehemently oppose." The three separate email exchanges on Wednesday were all from about after Mr. Epstein's 2008 plea deal in Florida on state charge of solicited prostitution, in which federal prosecutors agreed not to post charge. They came years after Mr. Trump and Mr. Epstein had a reported falling out in the early 2000s. One was addressed to Mr. Epstein's longtime confidant Ghislaine Maxwell, while two were with the author Michael Wolff. In one email from April 2011, Mr. Epstein told Mr. Maxwell, who was later convicted on charges related to facilitating his crimes. I want you to realize that the door that hasn't barked is Trump. He added that Adam Bitton spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. I have been thinking about that, Mr. Maxwell wrote back in an email from January 2019. Mr. Epstein wrote to Mr. Wolf or Mr. Trump. Of course, he knew about the girls, as he asked legislating to stop. House Democrats, citing an whistleblower, said this week that Mr. Maxwell was proposing to formally ask Mr. Trump to commute her federal prison sentence. The email was provided on the Oversight Committee along with a large chunk of documents for Mr. Epstein, as that the panel requested as part of investigation into Mr. Epstein and Mr. Maxwell, who is serving a 20-year sentence on sex trafficking charge. The committee staff redacted victims' names and any identifying information from the emails. Republicans on the Oversight Committee accused Democrats of politicizing the investigation. Democrats continue to carelessly cherry-pick documents to generate clear bias that is not grounded in the facts. A committee spokeswoman said the Epstein estate has produced over 20,000 pages of documents on Thursday, yet Democrats are once again intentionally withholding records that them Democrat officials. They sought to play down Mr. Epstein's assertion that Mr. Trump had spent extensive time with one of the victims by publishing naming Mr. Giuffre, whose name was redacted in the emails. Mr. Giuffre had said that Mr. Maxwell recruited her into Mr. Epstein's sex ring while he was working at Mar-a-Lago, Mr. Trump's private club and residence in Palm Beach as a teenager. And we never saw or witnessed Donald Trump participate in those acts, but was he in the house of Jeffrey Epstein? Mr. Giuffre added. I have heard he has been, but I haven't seen him myself, so I don't know. Mr. Trump has called Mr. Epstein a creep and has insisted he never engaged in any wrongdoing with him or Mr. Maxwell. He has condemned the continuing question about his handling of the case as a hoax perpetrated by Democrats. Last summer, Mr. Trump said that Mr. Epstein had hired a wait bar attendant at Mar-a-Lago. He said that he had kicked Mr. Epstein out of his club and that he believed one of the women was Mr. Giuffre. At the time, Mr. Epstein emailed Mr. Maxwell in 2011, calling Mr. Trump that the door didn't bark. Mr. Trump was a reality television star and New York tabloid celebrity who was years away from becoming president. Mr. Epstein's email from 2019, which claims Mr. Trump knew about the girls and asking Mr. Maxwell to stop, was sent to Mr. Wolf, who has recently written a tell-all book about the president. Mr. Epstein was months away from the arrest and federal charge that was sent him to prison, but he was the focus of significant attention after the Miami Herald had published a series of articles joined renewed attention to the secret agreement he had signed in 2008. In his email, Mr. Epstein mentioned the return of his sex trafficking operation. He also mentioned Mar-a-Lago, then disputed that Mr. Trump had ever asked him to resign from the club. Never remember ever, Mr. Epstein wrote. Mr. Wolf was also involved in certain email exchange, which began on Democrat 2015, the night of a debate in the Republican presidential primary. Mr. Wolf emailed Mr. Epstein and warned him that CNN was planning to ask Mr. Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in scum afterwards. Mr. Epstein wrote back, if we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be? Mr. Wolf advised in action, suggesting that Mr. Trump might try to deny a close association with Mr. Epstein. I think you should let him hang himself, he wrote of Mr. Trump. If he says he hasn't been on the plane up to the house, then that gives you a vulnerable PR and political currency that would be used to hang him later or save him, generating a death. Mr. Trump never received a question about the matter in that debate. According to the transcript, it was unclear if he was asked about it separately. 谢谢你的倾听。特朗普和爱泼斯坦无疑是非常好的朋友吧，就种种迹象都表明他们不可能不是好朋友，但是就是说，就是很诡异啊！你即便是事实，那也是死无对证了吧？爱怎么说怎么说呗。所以说，再一次觉得，法律也是有权的人操控的武器吧。谢谢你的倾听，祝你生活愉快。然后可以的话订阅吧，谢谢。